Auction Direct is a used car superstore that is really centered around a customer-centric way of buying a car.
A used car dealership tops the list of Rochester's top 100 companies. But this isn't your typical used car lot. Meet John Iannone and Todd Hoagie, partners and visionaries.
We met, myself and Todd met back in 99, actually 98.
I came from South Florida to Rochester as AutoNation's representative in the Rochester Auto Collection. And John and I worked together, and I think from the very beginning we noticed that, I was good at some things that he didn't know a whole lot about, and he was good at a lot of things that I was not good at.
Got to meet Todd there and knew that if I ever had an opportunity to model a company, I would want him on my team.
We educated each other, and when he called and asked me to go to lunch over a piece of pizza or whatever it was,
and I said, Todd, I got a new thing here. It's going to revolutionize the car business. We're going to sell cars a little differently. Take a look and let me know if you want to be a part of it.
I think it was more out of a concept. It was, we're going to create the car business from a customer's perspective. I'm not a fan of the traditional car dealerships. I'm not a fan of negotiating. I'm not a very good negotiator. So a lot of the concepts that John talked about, it didn't really take me that long to say, you know what, I'm at a point in my career where I'm ready to take a chance, and John convinced me that it was time, to try something new. So that's where it all started. And it's been wonderful ever since.
The foundation of their business model began with what they didn't like about the car business.
I think everyone felt good about everything until it came down to talk about price, and then you found the car dealer going in his corner and the consumer going in their corner, and you knew it was going to be somewhat abrasive. And that we didn't think that would be necessary. Not if you gave everyone a great price and a great value right off the bat, and then it can be a pleasurable experience.
Hi, welcome to Auction Direct. How may we help you?
We spend probably the first 5-10 minutes of a customer's visit into our store explaining about Auction Direct and what we do, why we are different, how we sell a car, how our salespeople are paid. We talk about our money-back guarantee. John and I have always said when somebody walks through that door, we don't understand why they leave without buying a car.
From the moment they walk in the door, it looks different. We don't have offices. It's an open area. After we show them and they convince themselves that it's the best deal, then that traditional way of their mentality comes out and says, can you do better on the price? And it's often, how much better than the best do you need to be?
And approximately 35 to 40% of the people that do come through the front door do buy a car.
Sounds good, but with the economic realities of the past year, especially in the auto industry, how has Auction Direct not only succeeded, but risen to the top?
Well, I think the growth is due to a couple of things. One thing is the used car business, whether times are good or times are bad, people have a tendency to buy used cars. So we have that in our favor. We refer to our customer base as a plateau system. So you've got first-time buyers, then you've got the referral base based on those first-time buyers.
We were entering our second and third year, so we started to see our trade cycle of getting our own license plate frames back in on our trade-ins. That certainly was one aspect of why we survived, and a lot of dealers didn't. People really had to hunker down for great values. They were willing to go the extra mile to look for that great value. What we really enjoy is the online aspect of a virtual inventory. Now it's all virtual real estate, and you have to shine on that platform because that's where all the consumers are driving.
You mentioned virtual inventory, John.
Myself and Todd worked on a business model that makes use of an in-mall or a mall storefront, and that's just pretty much based on, here again, taking the customer to the next level, which is really selecting the used car that they want rather than settling for something that's on a dealership's lot. Now, most people don't realize this, that there's a lot of great cars that are exactly what you want to buy that are being traded amongst dealers at these wholesale auctions. So we're going to give the consumer a little bit of an advantage here, saying we'll share that information with you. We'll tell you what that price is going to be. We'll bring it back here for best in market pricing, and live by what we've always lived by, which is the highest standard of ethics in the way we do business.
John and Todd have come a long way from that long ago lunch over pizza that was the beginning of Auction Direct USA, Rochester's #1 business.
We're definitely going to grow. We're definitely going to, I think, become a brand that the United States is well aware of Auction Direct, and how our buying experience is a little different. And we plan to do it at a pretty rapid pace.
You know, we've got the foundation, we've got everything's documented, we've got training, we've got processes, we've got operating manuals. So I envision Auction Direct growing at a minimum of 2 to 3 stores every 2 years.
Because there is no other Auction Direct USA out there.